work?
Over the contactless limit. If you wanted to try it again, we could try it again.
Time, just to see.
Good morning, everyone. It is 8 a.m. and we are in the city of Winchester, California. We're headed to a 2006 Honda Pilot, which you guys have seen before on the channel. Let me know if you recognize the customer and the vehicle. They called us out to do a tune-up, which is spark plugs, and a transmission drain and fill. So we've got everything we need for that already. They just wanted some basic maintenance done just to keep the vehicle going a little longer. They want it to hit 200,000 miles, which I think it'll do no problem. So we're gonna head over there, we'll get it written up, and then I'll show you guys how to do spark plugs and a transmission drain and fill on a 06 Honda Pilot. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, there's a tapping noise you guys love that I'm not going to fix just because you guys love it so much. My printer is printing over there and I'm not printing anything. I wonder what it is. Oh, another page. That's cool. It must have been from last week. Today's Monday. Okay, only 2 sheets. All right. I forgot. I already wrote it up over the phone. So we're gonna print this. I know you guys can't see this because it's got personal information and stuff, so maybe one day I'll just do like a training one where I put like this in there and I show you guys how to use this. It's not a sponsor or anything. They charge me an arm and a leg for it, but it's the cheapest of most of the softwares, to be honest. That's going to the printer. Look at that parking job. Whew. Yeah, catch it all. Let's see. Well, those were from last week. This is from this week. Or today, I should say. I don't know if I've put a video on this yet, but Top Don sent me out some more goodies. I've got a whole bunch more stuff at the house. Don't mind my little mess going on. But they sent me out this to do key programming. And this is for transponders and remote testing. This will check like what transponder or resistance you have and all that. So thanks to Top Don for that. Yeah, we're parked good. All right, we're gonna go knock on the door. Actually, I'm not gonna knock on the door. What if the kids are sleeping? I'm gonna call the guy. Good morning, it's Robert, Quality Mobile Automotive.
Oh, hey, Robert.
Hey, just want to let you know I have arrived.
Okay, perfect. Great.
Thank you, bye. I gotta get in the habit of flipping this stuff over so I'm not having to constantly blur the screen for you guys. So sorry about all the blurs, but I just can't have personal information given out. So I just gotta try my best to flip these over and things like that. It was raining all night and it's supposed to rain in a little while here again. Pretty cloudy, like 50 degrees. Actually, I think it's a little colder than that. I think the high was 50 today. It's only 8 a.m. so.
How's it going?
Good. All right, I got this already here for you. Did you get a haircut?
I just, yeah.
Oh, nice. Look different from last time.
Thank you.
All right, if you could.
Spark plug,
Yeah, spark plugs and the transmission service.
Perfect. Just on here?
Yes, please.
The top of it?
Wherever you want to sign, as long as it's on there.
And for the date and two.
Yeah, today's the 5th.
It's like, I think it's.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo today.
Yeah, it's like, yesterday was the May.
May the 4th be with you.
So
And no need for time. Thank you, sir. And do you have the keys on you?
Yeah, I got them. I just ripped it off right here. So I can, sometimes.
Maybe needs a key battery.
Yeah, I always replace it. I think the.
Oh. Anything else going on with it, or everything else been good?
Not this work sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I think it's just that. My dad said he wants to get the spark plugs fixed because I'm at 160 miles now, and
Yeah, he wants to. He wants longevity out of it.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, doing maintenance is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
All right. Could I get the key from you?
Yeah.
And then I'll let you know once I'm finished. I am gonna test drive it after just to make sure. I expect to be here. Hopefully no more than 2 hours.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Okay. No worries.
But I'm trying to beat the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Bad timing, so.
Yep. All right.
At least it's stopped right now.
Yeah, I'm so thankful for that. All right, I'll let you know. Thank you. Cool. Oh, see, there we go. We had it in the wrong hole last time. That's cool. That's where it goes. All right, so we need to get some gloves on, and then we need to pop this cover off. We need to pull the ignition coils, get those knocked out. We'll do the coils and all that first, and then we'll do the transmission drain and fill. There's the dipstick right there, that yellow one. I'll get you guys in closer. Let me just get set up. Change this battery. All right, we'll get our gloves on, and then we should just need spark plug socket, extension, ratchet, and then to pull the coils off, they should be Allen's, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna grab those out too. All right, let's grab our ratchet. Let's grab a flashlight. Let's grab spark plug socket. We'll take multiple because I have multiple. These. Extension, ratchet. This ratchet's fine. Alright. Let's take the small ratchet just in case for the Allen, if it's 1/4 inch. And let's get screwdriver. Pop that top cover off. And our panel tool. So, see if that's all we need. If it starts to rain, I have a canopy in the truck. So, we'll just have to see. I don't want to get the canopy out unless I absolutely have to. Don't mind a little sprinkle. If it starts dumping on us, we're getting it out. Alright. Pop these, they just twist, and you pull up, off. Set that over here. Oh, they aren't Allens on this one, they're 10s. I was wrong. I was wrong. So, you guys can now scold me bringing the wrong tools up. Take the clips off. So push down on this tab and pull, and it pops off. So this little tab pushes down and they pop out. 1 potato, 2 potato, and 3 potato. So those are the front 3. Doesn't matter which way you put them back. Don't be afraid of that. Let's see. Do we need an extension? There's one. Sorry, you guys aren't going to be able to see the back one, so I'm just going to skip the back, and you guys will be able to just see the front. Unless something interesting happens. It's number 6. I'm just counting how many came out. That's not the firing order. Alright, let's see. Can I get this one in here? Nope. So this is my longer one. That's not gonna work. So let's try this one. I'm gonna get a shorter extension. All right, we got our little setup here. Push that down in there, and let's break it free, which those are already loose. MGK iridiums, which that's what I got for this. Well, they're a little burnt up and a little worn. I don't think they got 160 on them, but they got some miles on them. So that's one. Pop it in there. Two. Really hoping you guys can see all this. Let me turn the light on. Maybe that'll help. All right. I had someone in the comments last time say they pull that alternator from the bottom. Ain't no way unless you pull that compressor out the way, which is more work. So don't pull it out the bottom. Pull it out the top. I wanted to address that because that's not the right way to do it. Unless you unbolt your compressor, dangle it, and all that, which that's more work than just pulling this stuff and pulling it out the top. So pull these from the top. All right. Yeah, not terrible, but definitely needed. So we're gonna do the back ones now, and I'm doing all this blind with braille. Just not able to see any of it. So, which actually, I'm gonna grab the other extension real quick and see if I can get that in here, because that's deeper down. It might be too much actually. I'll grab another extension shorter than this. Yeah, I'll put that together. Now let's see. My extension dungeon. There, that'll work. Good morning. That guy, when he opened his garage, he looked angry. Super angry. Someone pissed in his Wheaties this morning. Come on. That one feels really tight. So I'm gonna try to break it free by hand. I don't know why that one feels like that, but okay. Alright. That one's coming out. So I had to add this little guy to it in order to make it come out easier. So we're just going to pull them all out and we'll throw them in, and then we'll start our drain and fill. Pretty easy maintenance. Alright, so these are iridium spark plugs, and you do not ever gap them because you will damage them. They come pre-gapped. The only way you can gap them is by not touching that little piece right there. There's a special tool that bends this back and forth, and then you can check gap. But these usually come preset. They're pretty secure. And what I do is I'll measure them. I'll look and see, okay, is that one smashed down? Is that one smashed down? If not, they're generally gonna be okay. So that's just how I do these. Some people do them a different way, but you don't ever gap them or you will damage them. We're going to set these in each hole. And I like to start them all by hand, and then I use the impact to take them down, and then I go over them by hand to make sure they're tight. So I'll put this in, and then I'll start them by hand. That's going in. That way I don't run the risk of cross-threading. You guys can see it better on this side. Twist it in a few threads. Alright, so those are all twisted in, so I'll start with the hardest one back back here. Set that in there. And I'm going to swap over the batteries. So I have a smaller battery. Fit in there easier. And we're just going to run this in till it touches. Okay, that's it. And then I'm going to do that to all of these. And then I go over it with the hand ratchet. So those are in there, and now we're going to use the hand ratchet. Alright, so now let's go over. So we're using our Pittsburgh ratchet. I actually just bought the Icon G2. It just came out and I bought it, but I didn't bring it with me. It's sitting in my other truck, in my dually. So I went and bought a whole bunch of stuff from Harbor Freight. Alright, they're all tight. And I can put all the coils back in. And then we'll start on our transmission. It is now 8:40. And then there's these, hopefully you guys can see that, these studs that stick out. That has to slide over them. Alright, now we can clip them all back in. Listen for the click. Alright, I'll do the back ones and then we'll get the bolts on it. Alright, that's done. I'm going to leave this stuff off because the dipstick is right here. And we're going to need that. So I'm going to put all this stuff away for right now, and then I'll pull up the diagram on the computer. I'll show you guys. Let's do a remove and replace ATF replacement. Put it on level ground, warm up the engine. Turn it off, raise vehicle on a lift, apply parking brake. Yeah, we can't do all that, and we have to take in consideration our slope that we're on. Alright, so all it's saying is pull the drain plug out the bottom, let it drain, and then there's a fill plug on the top, and we'll fill from there, and then we'll run it. Should take about 3.6 quarts. And yeah, so we'll drain it out, we'll see how much comes out, and then we'll find the fill plug. So let's get it draining, then we'll find the fill plug. Actually, scratch that. Always to your fill plug first, just to make sure you can get it open and actually fill up the transmission. And then we'll do the drain plug. So let's see what we got to take off to actually see this fill plug. Hopefully not much. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I think it's that one right there. It's in between those two hoses. I hope you can see that. Yeah, that says ATF on it. I'm gonna bet that's a 17 millimeter. So now let's look on the bottom. see if we can find the drain plug. All right. Pull you off my hat for a second. Let's see if I can show you. Right there. Drain plug and fill plug. So drain plug's there and fill plug's on the top. Oh, clean this thing is underneath. No rust, no none of that, so eat it, northern guys. All right, let's get our ratchet and get that pulled out. I think I'm gonna use the green one. Oh, I'll use this one. This is a 7-quart pan. So I need a 17. I got enough extensions in here, but I don't need anything else. We are going to put a tarp down so we don't spill. All right, it's 8:52 and it says it's going to start raining at 11. So I got 2 hours to get this done. So we got to hurry. I know we'll be done. But yeah, never know, things happen. Wow. That was tight. So on the bottom of this, I hope you guys can see this. I'm sorry if you can't. Pretty sure you could. You know what? I'll take you off my hat. Oh, let's just pull it like that. So this drain plug's magnetic. And we're going to see how much metal's on it. The fluid don't look terrible. It stinks a little bit. It's definitely been done before. That's not original fluid. And you can see there is some stuff on the magnet, which is normal. You're going to see that on a lot of different vehicles. But I'm going to let this go down to a slow drip. If not, all the way stopped. And we'll get it filled up, but let's go take this to a rag and try to get all this off. Okay, so that's draining over there. So let's just see how much material actually is on this. Not too much. Not too much, which is good. You don't want clutch material all over it. Having a little like that's normal, completely normal. That's clutch material, and you know, friction happens in there, so the clutches are constantly doing this with pieces of metal with the clutches and then the steels, and it's not a lot. That's good. I don't think, I brought 2 jugs, but I don't think that we're gonna have enough to do it twice. I wanted to do it twice, and I didn't quote it for twice. I'm quoting them for 1, but I was gonna do it twice if I had enough fluid. Go drive it around, come back and drain it again, but I don't think I have enough fluid for that. But we'll see. If I do, I will, but that looks like more than 3.6 quarts each, or 3.6 quarts. And I think I have 8 quarts here. So, we'll see. Alright, that's the fill plug. It says ATF right on it. Pretty nifty, smart, easy access. So, we're gonna let that drip just a little more. It's already all out, but this is a 7-quart pan, and that's more than 3.6 quarts. That's like a 4.5, 5 quarts at least, 6 maybe. All right, I got that all typed up, so let's see if it's done dripping. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's done dripping. Holy crap. That thing was just destroyed inside. Alright. Yeah, that thing's done, so that's definitely more than 3.6 quarts. I'd definitely say that's more than 3.6. So we're going to start with 4 and we'll get it warming up and we'll see what else, or how many more quarts it takes, but I'm just going to pour 4 in it. I always clean out my funnels before I use them. Don't want any contaminants or dirt or anything going in it. Spray some brake cleaner on this to get that cleaning. It's starting to get a little colder. Oh, gotta scoot this back. Too big for that. So you want to shift it through the gears a few times. First, neutral, drive. Second, first, neutral, reverse, just to get it going through. It's not like driving it, but gets the fluid moving. The hotter the transmission fluid is, the higher it will be on the dipstick. The hotter it gets, it expands, and that's why you got to check it when it's warm. Watch out for these fans because they can kick on at any time. Alright, so it's at the bottom. It's going to expand up, so. What is that? I see something. Let's see. Do you guys? I see. Dang it, I'll get that in a second. I'll grab this. All right. Cool. All right, let's go for a little test drive. We're not gonna beat on it or anything. I know it's got fluid in it. It's towards the bottom of the stick, but it's going to expand once it warms up. We're not even at operating temperature on the engine yet, and the transmission takes a lot longer to get hot than the engine, so we'll go for a drive for a little while and see what it does. Feels good, honestly. Shifting pretty good. I hit third gear there. We'll go up this way and explore. First and second was smooth. Second and third was smooth. Third and fourth was smooth. People probably think I'm a weirdo with the camera on my head. What is this guy doing? What's that guy doing? That's weird. He just stopped in the middle of the road and turned on his lights, and now he's walking. So this is, it just did a loop and it brought us right back to where we were. I'm gonna do that loop again. See, that was really weird, because I watched him get out, pop the trunk, walk over, and then now his flasher stopped, his blinker went, now it's flashes again, and he's back in there. That's weird. Pretty odd. Now that guy's on the other side of the street. That's even weirder. None of my business. I'll just keep on driving away. Okay, so I was trying to get a socket earlier and I forgot. It's not my socket, I don't think. But I could swear it just fell out from underneath right now. Let's see where it went. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's what it was. Where's the other part at? Got myself an 8mm socket. I just don't know where the other part went. Oh, there it is. This is what I was trying to get from underneath the car, but I forgot. It's not mine. I'm want to show the customer, see if it's theirs. They can have it for all I care. I don't need it. But that's what I was trying to get. But we're back. Alright, so we're gonna let it settle for just 20 seconds and then we'll check it. That's what it was. So, checking it, engine off. These ones were weird. Now I remember. So, turn it off, and would you look at that? It's at the bottom of the hot mark. I think I am gonna put just a little more in because it's not quite there. Had to change the battery, so I added more fluid, and we're up in the hot now, but I want to start it. Get it moving again for a minute or two. All right, let's check it. It's been about 30 seconds. Wipe it off. I can get it in the dang thing. Right there between hot, almost to the top. Cool. All right. We are finished. I'm going to set this in the back of the truck and let's go get this stuff. Let's take all this stuff. All right, let's put this back in. This fill plug, sorry. Keep saying this when this is a fill plug, drain plug, all that dipstick. Sorry for the lack of proper terminology. But this is the fill plug. I'm gonna give this a little tightening, nothing crazy. Let's get this tube on. Hey, sorry. Fix this real quick. Keep running into everything with the dang camera. See if we got this on right. Alright, I feel comfortable enough with this that we're on too big of a slope, and if you actually look at the car, it's pretty level. I know the road isn't, but the car is. Sits up a little high in the rear. Everything else was looking good. Everything else is good, so we didn't leave anything. We got this tune-up done. We got it all inspected, looked at. Got the transmission service done. Alright, let's finish cleaning up and then we'll call them, tell them it's done, and then I'll get that rolling. Yeah, today's the 5th. Cool, and I'm going to give you this copy and then we'll do the payment right now. Actually, I'll give you it after, so that way you're not holding stuff in your hands.
That work?
Over the contactless limit. If you wanted to try it again, we could try it again.
Time just to see.
Please remove card. Is it the same one you just tried again?
Yeah.
That's weird if it goes through.
Yeah, I just opened
That's so weird. Well, everything else looked good, felt good, drives good. So no alternator light or anything?
No.
Cool.
So,
all right. Yeah, you've been like 1,600 miles since I last seen you.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. All right. Well, it's nice to see you.
Thanks, man.
Take care.
Thanks, you. It's always makes it really easy. So.
Yep. All right. Take care. Oh, Caden? Hey, by chance, did you lose a socket and an extension? This was underneath the car, in one of the panels. Oh. Did you by chance lose that?
I think I did, actually.
Awesome. Yeah, I found it, and I started to try to get it, but I got a phone call, so I forgot about it. And then I went for a drive, and literally right by the white van, it fell out, and I was like, I knew it. I knew it was going to come out.
Yeah, I did. I switched out the battery not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I was using this, and it fell off into the thing as I was like putting the new battery in, and I was like, that's gone.
Well, there it is.
Okay.
It stayed.
Awesome.
All right, have a good one, man.
Thank you.
Let's keep going. There's the clicking noise. All right, guys, so you seen we did a transmission service. We did, or not service, but a drain and fill. That's all that I can do on this one. And then we did the spark plugs on it. Not too terrible of a job. It took just a little over 2 hours from getting here till leaving. I got here like right at 8 o'clock, and it's now 10:08. So not too bad, and it drives smooth, and I don't foresee them having an issue. They want to hit 200,000 miles. It's at 160. I don't see a problem with it. So Hondas are great cars. As long as they maintain it, which they are, it'll last a long time. So I'm going to end this here and go home and edit. It's a rain day, so I try not to schedule too much work for rain days. So we'll go home, edit, get some more videos for you guys, and like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all of you, and thanks for watching.